Day 3 of week 2. Michael woke up the same way he always did. 6 a.m. Coffee, desk, laptop. Same routine, same system. Nothing special, nothing different. He opened his emails first. Nothing. Then his dashboard. And he stopped, completely still. He read the number once, then again, then a third time. His hands didn't move. His breathing slowed. And then, very quietly, he smiled. Not a big smile. Not an excited smile. Just a quiet one. The kind that comes when something you believed in finally proves itself real. The number on the screen was small. Very small. $12. Not $100. Not $500. Just $12. But those $12 were different from every dollar Michael had ever earned before. Because he didn't trade time for them. He didn't show up for them. He didn't sacrifice a morning for them. They came while he was sleeping. And that changed everything. Let's put this in perspective. Michael had earned $500 before, from his system, from showing up, from doing the work. And that $500 felt good. It felt like proof. But it still required him. Every dollar came because Michael did something. He showed up. He worked. He produced. Stop working. Money stops coming. That's not a system. That's a job with extra steps. But these $12 came differently. Michael was asleep. His system was running. Someone found his work, read it, decided it was worth something, and paid. Without Michael doing anything. Without Michael knowing. Without Michael being there. That's the difference. $500 proved the system worked. $12 proved the system worked. Without him. And that is an entirely different thing. That is what passive income actually means. Not money for doing nothing. Money for building something once. That keeps producing. Over and over. While you live your life. Let's talk numbers. Michael's job paid him $20 an hour. To earn $12, he needed 36 minutes of work. 36 minutes of his life, traded for $12. Now look at the system. That $12 came from something Michael built in 3 hours. One time. Never touched again. So the math looks like this. 3 hours of work. $12 earned. Once. But here's the part that matters. That same thing can earn $12 again tomorrow, and the day after, and the week after, without Michael doing anything more. 3 hours of work, potentially unlimited returns. That's not a job, that's an asset. And here's what most people never understand. The goal is not to earn more per hour. The goal is to stop trading hours for dollars completely. Rich people don't have high salaries. Rich people have assets. Things that earn while they sleep. Things that work when they don't. Things that grow when they stop. Michael had just built his first one. Small, almost invisible. But real. And real is where everything starts. Now here's what most people would say. $12 is not passive income. $12 is a coincidence. Come back when it's $1,000 a month. And look, they're not wrong about the number. $12 will not change your life. $12 will not pay your rent. $12 will not make you free. But here's what $12 actually is. $12 is proof of concept. It means the model works. It means someone found the value. It means the system produced without Michael being present. Think about it this way. Every river starts as a trickle, not a flood, not a wave. A trickle. So small, you could step over it. But that trickle, given time, given direction, becomes something you cannot stop. Michael wasn't celebrating $12. He was recognizing what $12 represented. The trickle had started. And now, his only job was to not block it. Most people in Michael's position would do one of two things. Option 1, get excited. Tell everyone. Stop working. Wait for more money to arrive. And slowly, watch the trickle dry up. Option 2, dismiss it. It's just $12. Not worth celebrating. Go back to the grind. Miss the signal entirely. Michael did neither. He sat with it for exactly 5 minutes. Not longer. Not shorter. 5 minutes of quiet acknowledgement. Then he opened his notebook and wrote 3 questions. Question 1, why did this work? Question 2, can I repeat it? Question 3, can I scale it? Not, how do I spend this? Not, how do I tell people? Just 3 questions, about the system, about the process, about what came next. Because Michael had learned something important. The moment of success is not the time to celebrate. It's the time to study, to understand exactly what happened and why, so you can do it again, bigger, better, more consistently. Now someone is watching this and thinking, great, Michael made $12. But to actually scale, you need money. You need investment. You need capital. And this is where most people get stuck. They think scaling requires money first. It doesn't. It requires understanding first. Here's what Michael understood. His $12 came from one thing, one piece of work, one asset he had built. So the question wasn't, how do I get more money to invest? The question was, how do I build more assets like this one? And building assets didn't require $500. It required time. It required consistency. It required the same system, applied more times. More assets, more trickles, each one small, but together they become a stream. And streams become rivers. And rivers don't ask for permission. They just flow. That evening, Michael made a decision, not about money, about direction. He had $500 saved, and now he had a new question. What do I do with this $500? Before, the answer would have been simple. Save it. Keep it safe. Don't risk it. But Michael had learned something new. Saving money keeps you safe. Allocating money moves you forward. There's a difference. Safe and forward are not the same direction. So he wrote down 3 categories. Category 1, money that builds more assets. Category 2, money that builds more skills. Category 3, money that stays liquid. Emergency. Safety net. Peace of mind. And he split his $500. $200 into Category 1. $200 into Category 2. $100 into Category 3. Not randomly. Intentionally. With a plan. With a system. Because that's what Michael had become. Not someone who earned money. Someone who allocated it. And allocation is the difference between surviving and building. Last objection. Michael, $200 here and $200 there. That's not investing. Real investing requires real capital. Stop playing small. And this objection sounds reasonable. It sounds like ambition. But it's actually fear in disguise. Fear of starting small. Fear of looking foolish. Fear that small actions won't lead to big results. Here's the truth. Every large system started as a small decision. Every river started as a trickle. Every fortune started as a first allocation. The amount doesn't matter at the beginning. The habit does. Because the person who splits $500 intentionally will split $5,000 the same way. And $50,000. and $500,000. The habit scales. The amount follows the habit. Not the other way around. Michael wasn't trying to get rich with $500. He was learning how to think like someone who would. And that lesson is worth more than any amount. End of week 2. Michael sat at his desk. Same chair, same lamp, same notebook. But something was different. The notebook had new entries. $12 earned passively, $500 allocated intentionally, 3 new assets being built, and a question answered. Not the big question. Not, will I be successful? Just one small question. Does this work? Yes, it works. Not perfectly, not dramatically, but undeniably. And undeniable is enough. For now, for this moment, for this stage of the journey. Michael closed the notebook, made coffee, sat by the window, and for the first time, didn't check his phone for results, didn't compare himself to anyone, didn't question the direction, just sat and thought about one thing. If I keep doing this, where will I be in a year? The answer scared him a little, not because it was bad, because it was good, really good. And good futures are terrifying to people who aren't used to them. Here's what Michael learned in week 2. The first dollar that comes without you is not just money. It's a signal that the system works, that the asset is real, that the direction is right. Most people wait for thousands before they believe. Michael believed at 12, and because he believed at 12, he could build toward thousands. You don't need a lot to start. You need a signal, one signal. That tells you the model works. Then you build, then you scale, then you allocate, then you grow. Not overnight, but inevitably. The system is simple. Build assets, allocate intentionally, trust the signal. The decision is yours. Michael had split his $500, $200 building assets, $200 building skills, $100 is safety, and the system kept running. Week 3 began. The $12 became $31, then $47, then $89. Each week, a little more. Each week, a little quieter. Because the system was louder now, louder than the doubt, louder than the fear, louder than the old voice that said stop. But then, at the start of week 4, Michael made a decision, one that nobody expected, not even him. He decided to stop, not quit. Stop, there's a difference. And in the next episode, you'll understand exactly why, and why that decision was the most important one he ever made.